Do you want to know one best tip for learning Chinese? Here I am today with Yvonne from Go Yvonne, and I asked her to share with you the one thing that has done the most for her Chinese. How many years have you been here?
I've been in China for 8 years and in Beijing for 5, so
Dang.
quite a while, yes.
So it should be good. By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name's Kwadwo. Hi, I'm creator here at Elementary Chinese, where I help you learn the Mandarin you need to communicate what you want. And if you like this content, consider subscribing. Oh, and by the way,
my YouTube channel is Go Yvonne. Head over to check it out.
I'm gonna put her YouTube channel in the descriptions. Go over there and subscribe. Tell me that one tip.
I think it's really important not to be afraid to try and speak the language. People will appreciate it really when you try and speak their language rather than trying to communicate in English.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult because with all the different tones, the 4 different tones you have in Chinese, it's easy to make mistakes and to say something completely different. But as long as you use sentences and a bit more context, I think people will be willing to understand you and talk with you and help you out if you can't really figure it out.
So try and communicate.
Yes, don't be afraid to speak.
What was it like for you in the beginning when you were trying to communicate?
When I first got to China,
Yeah.
I was living in the south in Shaoxing. It's not too far from Hangzhou.
Okay, Hangzhou's beautiful, by the way.
Yes, it's really
Yeah.
nice. I could get around, I can get to my university gate. Then I moved to Shenyang, which is in the north, in Liaoning province. Well, you know it, you might know it too, that in China the dialects are very different all over the
Super
country.
different.
Like, that's what I experienced. I thought, okay, I can manage around. I can tell a taxi driver that I want to go to this specific gate. When I got to Shenyang, the taxi drivers were looking at me like, what are you saying, girl? Like, you're not even speaking Chinese. And I was like, yeah, but...
Well, the languages are really different.
This is not how you say it? I learned that it's really different all over the country.
So you practice still?
Yeah, I still
You weren't
practice.
afraid to, even when you couldn't speak?
Because I wanted to get places and I wanted to buy things and get things, so yeah, you have to try it. I never thought I was going to be able to speak Chinese.
Now you can.
I can,
just heard her
yeah.
order coffee. She can speak Chinese. You can't expect to learn Chinese unless you struggle a bit, right? Chinese people are super nice. Like, you say ni hao.
I'm like, oh, wow, your Chinese is so good!
So just let your ego inflate and keep practicing, because I have actually, to this day, I've not had Chinese people walk away from me or not be willing to talk to me because my Chinese sucked. Okay, maybe a couple times they absolutely gave up, but it wasn't like they're looking down on me or like, silly foreigner, you can't speak Mandarin, you know? Like, they're always so happy to talk to me.
They are. But I do understand that it gets frustrating because you think you're pronouncing words the right way, but they still don't understand you, and you're like, but isn't this how I'm supposed to say it? But if you continue to practice, I'm sure you'll manage. If you're having a conversation, you're using sentences, then the tones, I feel, maybe I'm wrong, you can tell me, the tones are not that important because it's more about context.
Context is key, you're right.
Because if you understand the majority and your tone of your one word is off, people will understand what you're trying to say based on the rest of what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We listen and we understand in context. So level up your vocabulary, but get away from the individual words as quickly as you can.
Yes.
And go to phrases, because context is your friend. And if you want to know 8 effective ways to learn Chinese, I made a guide for you. That's also down in the description. Click or tap the video up there if you want to also learn a way to learn Chinese fast. Until then, this is Kwadwo at Elementary Chinese. Good study. Day up.